Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Dreamfall chapters. So we've made it into Abnaxus's abode, but Brian Westhouse showed up right afterwards.
Right.
And that kind of worries me.
Have you found anything of interest? Keep looking. This place is a treasure trove.
I mean, I'm looking for something specific, sir.
Those are some portentous-looking books. This place has the slightly tacky ambience of a New Age shop. Abnaxus must have been a big believer in crystals, or maybe this is how people light their houses. Abnaxus was a very well-read man.
Wrong about
thing.
that part. But at least now I know.
So he's learning a lot from that book that we wanted to look at.
Abnaxus must have made the bed before leaving for good. That's kind of sad and eerie. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her whole. Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures.
I feel like there might be something under the bed. A note.
Looks like a handwritten note.
I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, I missed that. Alright, why are you not... There we go. Let's pick that up. Now let's take a look at this.
Interesting.
It's another one of Abnaxus's notes.
Another one?
Westhouse might be able to decipher that note. Notes. Notes everywhere. Looks like a handwritten note.
Alright, so we need to look for some notes elsewhere. Maybe amongst the other books.
This is fascinating.
I mean, it does say another. Maybe we should have him look at this.
All those years, and it was
Oh.
right here under my nose.
There's something.
It's another one of Abnaxus's notes.
Yeah, I definitely can't read that.
Westhouse might be able to decipher that note.
What does this mean?
Okay, that's another note there. Wonder how we got to those books all the way up there.
I was right.
Nope. There's one over here. Alright, so we've got 4 notes.
I was wrong about that part. But at least now I know.
Okay, that looks like that might be all of the notes. Let's take a quick look at them.
Notes. Notes everywhere.
Ah.
Alright, nothing on the backs of any of these so far.
Here's another note.
On the matter of the kin and the approaching war of the balance. By Jove, this is the information we've been looking for.
I'm not sure that
I can't
Jupiter's gonna help
believe
you.
It was right here all this time. Your help has been invaluable, Zoe. I'm in your debt.
Another of the notes, huh? Well, I didn't know I gave him any already. Achievement unlocked. A man of notes. Huh.
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
That's not helping me much.
This looks interesting.
The first dreamer references in the annals of dreaming. That's this book right here. And the chapter about the first dream, it's certainly a starting point. Let's see what it says.
Can you read that book?
I've lived in Arcadia for decades, and there hasn't been much to do aside from studying ancient texts, so yes, I can read this book. Let's see, the chapter in question speaks of the Ular. They are said to be wardens of the Dreaming One, whatever that means.
Well, I need information about that.
It's a rough translation. The English language isn't quite up to the task. The Ular and the Yete, one people that split into two. That sounds familiar. It says here the Yete left the Purple Mountains to go south to burrow into the ground. Something about a well of dreams.
Burrow into the ground, huh?
I mean, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is fantasy or prophecy. It's a difficult book to decipher. There's also something about two dreamers becoming one. It's vague. This is almost certainly a prophecy of some sort. The Ular live on Cloud Peak. It's in the mountains of Yedra. Where's that on the map? Ah, there it is. Straight north across the plains, right in the middle of the border mountains. This is an old book, so I don't know if they still live there. I've never heard of the Ular. They might all be dead.
Yeah, something tells me they're not. Fallen note.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages.
I'm surprised he didn't notice it.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse...
The War of the Balance.
Hey, it's a Dark
Finally,
Crystal.
Something concrete.
Didn't we do something about this in The Longest Journey? Seems familiar, but for now, let's give him
What
this
do you
note.
think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Yeah, poop. Alright, well, I've got this one.
This note fell out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
I'm not sure. The Soul Stone was taken from Luke's by the warlock Clax. It must be retrieved, or the past, present, and future will cease to be.
That sounds ominous.
It does indeed. I don't know about any Soul Stone, but I'm guessing this Clax fellow does.
You should know who Clax is, right?
If Abnaxus means old Roper Clax.
I think so.
April told me his story. He was a two-bit wizard who resided in a floating castle up north near the border mountains. April said she taught him a lesson. She didn't get into any details, but he lost his castle. Last I heard, he's doing children's theater here in town. Reformed, apparently, if that's a thing a wizard is capable of. Sounds like this Soul Stone is important.
Seems like I'm going to have to go talk to him.
Let's see. There. Cloud Peak, just like the book said. This is it. This shows the way to the Purple Mountains.
Can I take the map now?
I'm sure Abnaxus won't mind me borrowing this. I'll return it to him in person.
Can't wait to
if I
tell
make it to
them.
Cloud Peak.
When you're ready, head back into town to find Roper Clax. Alright, well first, let's see. Anything on the back? Is there a way to zoom in?
I knew it! I knew it!
Achievement unlocked. Maps! Carrick Krishar's maps and merchandise.
Fascinating.
Let's see. There. Cloud Peak, just like the book said. This is it. This shows the way to the Purple Mountains.
I want to zoom in. Is there no way to zoom in?
I'll need to write all of this down before I forget it.
I'm trying all of the keys on the keyboard to see if anything's zoom in. Well, that's a character library. That's not what I wanted. Nope. I don't think we can zoom in. Dang it! I want to look at this more closely. All right, but we did get a
balance.
a new character. Brian Westhouse. Brian Westhouse has lived in Arcadia for decades, but he was born in Boston in 1902. In 1934, Westhouse attempted to travel across the divide between the twin worlds of Stark and Arcadia, but something happened to him. He was stuck, in his own words, between worlds for a while, only emerging into Arcadia hundreds of years later. Realizing he might never be able to return to his own world, he made a life for himself there. Westhouse met and advised April Ryan on her first shift to Arcadia, and a decade later he bumped into Zoe Castillo on her first visit. He helped both women understand and cope with the reality of a magical world and assisted them on their adventures. A born traveler, Westhouse has spent most of his life exploring worlds. He's seen much of Arcadia, and he's even been inside the Azadi Empire, a place few Northlanders have visited, and fewer still have returned from. That is quite interesting, actually. Westhouse was last seen in the Dark People's City a year ago.
Finally, something concrete. Abnaxus left so much behind. There's a wealth of information here.
I remember him, but only vaguely. It's like he didn't make much of an impression on me the last time. Odd, but then lots of things from my last visit here are vague and odd.
I can't wait to tell them.
Well, that seemed... Tell who?
I should get going. Should we...
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
I do kind of.
Well, it's private property, isn't it?
Abnaxus isn't coming back, and I've been itching
You don't know
for a
that for
chance
sure.
to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
Click on the balance symbol below to see what other players have chosen. I can allow them.
It doesn't look like Brian's going to do any damage to the place. He's respectful and curious. It couldn't hurt to let him stay. He might have the best of intentions, but I made a promise to blind Bob. I'd feel awful if anything happened to Abnaxus's abode.
Yeah, we made a promise. Balance has shifted.
I'm sorry, I don't think I can let you stay in here.
I'm not sure I need your permission.
That's
I-
ominous.
Only joking. I understand. I'll take my leave now, Miss Castillo. I certainly hope we'll see each other again soon.
Only joking, huh? Now, I can't look at this book now. Huh. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and leave. Can I actually lock the place? Or does it automatically lock?
Didn't you say something about a wizard and a puppet show?
No,
No,
Are you
you
sure?
did. You said something about a show in the square.
I did not.
Crow.
Oh, right! Roper Clax's Fingerlings! Man, that show's great. A modern classic.
Really?
Clax. He's the wizard April Ryan fought.
That's right. He was behaving badly, so she fought him and trapped him inside some sort of calculating machine. Pretty clever stuff.
Where can
That
I
was
find
pretty
this puppet
amusing.
show?
I'll show you.
Alright, find the fingerlings. And goals updated. Where exactly are we going, Crow?
I feel better having Crow around, even though I'm not sure what he can do. Still, a useless sidekick is better than no sidekick. I'm not
Oh.
saying he's useless.
Here he is. Let's see if I can skirt it. Sorry, I didn't... Did not mean to get stuck on you guys. Let's talk to Crow first, if we can.
I wish I had wings. I could just fly to the Purple Mountains after I get some proper directions.
Okay, can I look at this? I see something pop up occasionally.
This is gonna be so good.
Is it? I mean, we have no idea what's going on here. I suppose these people do. Anyone else that we can talk to? No. Roper Clax presents The Fingerlings. Now, there was a zoom in option. Did they remove it for this one? There's Brian. That's probably Brian Westhouse. Sanin, Kevin, Parlane, Miral, Jonna, David, Adam, Etoth, and the Fingerlings, April and Clax. I'm not sure that's what April looked like. I don't know. That seems a little inaccurate there. Same thing on this side. Can I go behind the curtain? Excuse me, sir.
Roper Clax, I presume. He looks wizardly.
A little bit.
As in how I expected wizards to look when I was 10.
If you seek an autograph, you must purchase my book first. It's on sale today. Only...
No, sorry. I need to talk to you.
Talk, hmm?
Yeah, it's a little
Well,
bit.
I only have a few minutes before my show begins, but I'm sure I can spare a couple of them for a pretty young thing like you.
Alright, that's creepy. New character unlocked. Alright.
This has to be the right man. It's an odd name for a children's puppet show.
I think if you look at the table, I think you can figure out why.
Didn't he and April have some sort of confrontation?
He did. We should probably not ask about April right
This
now.
has to be the right man.
I imagine he's not exactly pleased with how that confrontation went. I don't know what it is that makes me think that.
You are Roper Clax, right? The wizard?
Who told you that?
Well, that sign, for one.
No, the wizard part. Who told you? I mean, I'm merely a humble finger puppeteer trying to make an honest living in a cold and heartless world.
Of course.
But you were a wizard once.
Fully rehabilitated, I don't go anywhere near sorcery, not anymore. You should really read my highly acclaimed and best-selling memoir, A Farewell to My Wizarding Ways. It's a thrilling story of redemption and romance, of dashing heroes and wicked villainesses, of
Wicked
flying castles
villainesses,
and
huh?
glorious calculating devices. Every word of it as true as the night is dark and the day is bright, of course.
I don't think it is, really.
It's an odd name for a children's puppet show.
Let's ask about the Fingerlings.
The Fingerlings.
Ah, my beloved finger puppets, beloved by all children and critics alike.
Really?
Gilbert Grutton of the Daily Mercurian called my show simply astonishing and wrote that it was quite impossible to look away. I couldn't believe my eyes and like a slow-motion cart wreck.
That last one isn't
You
good.
see, the Fingerlings represent a revolution in finger puppeteering, or as I call it, fingering.
Oh, that's
trademark
creepy.
and patent pending. The women in particular are quite ecstatic about it.
Really?
Stay for the show. I guarantee a good time.
Huh. Well, let's ask about April
He
Ryan.
and April have some sort of confrontation. Do you remember April Ryan?
April Ryan. Oh, yes, of course, absolutely, certainly, naturally. The bitch.
Uh-huh.
The brave young
Yeah.
woman who came to my castle and stole it. And helped me put my sorceress past behind me.
Yes, that woman exactly.
Possibly forget.
Some repressed anger, I think. April
He's
continued.
obviously got some issues with April. I'd be curious to learn more.
I am curious to learn more.
So, about April.
Why does everyone want to talk about April Ryan? She was just a weak little human who stumbled onto things she didn't do.
I mean, she was a protagonist of a previous game, so...
No, I must apologize. You see, April and I had some disagreements in the past.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm past that now. I'm a different person.
I don't think you really are.
As for April Ryan, I hear she suffered an ignoble death at the hands of our Azadi benefactors. What a shame. What a terrible, terrible shame.
And yet you laughed.
I might as well get right to it, seeing as his show is about to begin.
Yeah, let's ask about the Soul Stone now.
Do you recall owning a soul stone?
A soul stone? I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do.
I was just wondering, since there are so many impressive tales about your powers where I come from.
And where would that be?
That was a long time ago. In another life, I've moved on. I'm a different person.
You have definitely not moved on.
Every way.
I was just wondering what happened to the stone.
She took it, that
Bitch. Balance? Pardon me? I don't know where that came from.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know where that came from.
Yaga, the wicked witch of the north,
Oh.
as these simpletons call her. As if they have any idea who and what she truly is. She lurks in Riverwood in the dark places. She feeds on that stone like a...
Like I said, that's in the past, and I've left it all behind long ago.
Right.
Now I make an honest living bringing joy to children through my most excellent and revolutionary finger puppet theater. And on that note, I must beg your pardon, young miss. The show is about to begin.
Well, I suppose we could go
Can
watch
we
it.
please talk again afterwards? I have some more questions.
Sure. Absolutely. After the show. Yes. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo to you, too.
Yes, here we go.
Well, let's go ahead and watch
It's
this.
gonna be so good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans and... well, humans... and you, Azadi soldier standing over there, you're welcome to watch, just don't rattle your sabers or rustle your suits. Welcome to this morning's performance of... The Fingerlings. I am your host and puppeteer, Roper Clax, esteemed thespian and raconteur, author and entrepreneur. My book is available for purchase with a free personalized dedication. Speak to me after the show.
Oh, I'd like to buy your book.
Donation is both appreciated and expected. Drop your coins into the box after the show. Remember
I might
that
need Tinder.
every iron piece goes towards a good purpose.
Woohoo! Go Fingerlings!
My beloved Fingerlings.
I think I likes him a little bit too much.
Handcrafted reproductions of renowned actors from across Arcadia, immortalized in finger puppet form by skilled artisans. Using only the finest fabrics and natural materials, these lovely creatures are as dear to me as children, and as talented and protean as the finest human players.
Right.
You're all welcome to approach the stage after the show, of course, to admire my finely crafted miniatures up close and intimately. No food, no touching, no children. And now, beloved audience, prepare yourselves for a journey into mystery for a true story of wizardry and magic. I present to you
I'm looking forward to this
the
cart
tale
wreck.
of the good-hearted wizard and the villainous wench.
Oh,
Once upon
villainous
a
wench,
time,
huh?
In the distant north, there lived a kindly old wizard in a wonderful flying castle.
Kindly wizard.
This very friendly wizard liked to tease and toy with the people of the land, and sometimes he would do silly things like turn them into stone or furry animals and bottle up the wind.
Yes,
Naturally,
kindly
he meant
wizard,
no
huh?
harm, and the people of the land loved the wizard like they would a grandfather, a very young and very, very handsome grandfather.
Uh-huh.
But
Don't think
one
that's accurate.
day, an evil sorceress from a distant land came to visit the kindly wizard. This ugly, selfish witch didn't understand that the wizard was only trying to make people happy.
By turning them to stone.
She used
and
her
bottling up the wind.
dark sorcery to steal all of his possessions and trap him inside a tiny little box where the gentle wizard was barely able to breathe.
Gentle, huh?
The poor old man was trapped for many moons inside this box before a benevolent wandering god arrived to free him from his prison.
Wandering god?
The wizard pledged eternal allegiance to the wandering god in return for vengeance against the cruel witch who trapped him. Together they...
There he is, Commander. The dangerous loon who's corrupting our youth with his occult finger rings.
What's this? What are you doing? What's going on? You can't... Hey! Hey! Hands off!
You're teaching children of magic, old man. You ought to know better.
Release me, you dishonorable brute!
By the authority vested in me by the Greater Azadi Empire and the Emissary,
Cisco?
and in accordance with provisional imperial law prohibiting any and all teachings of occult magic, I'm taking you into custody.
So does that mean even, like,
You
fairy
can't do
tales are
this.
banned?
You don't know who I am!
Tell it to the magistrate, wizard.
My fingerlings! My precious handcrafted fingerlings!
Can I take them?
No!
I almost feel bad for Roper Clax.
Can't believe that they arrested him. What a travesty.
Yeah, I hope you remember who did that.
I cannot believe that they arrested him. What a travesty.
Yeah, just remember, a vote for Honor Hilaris is a vote against the Fingerlings.
I cannot believe that they arrested him. What?
I don't think he's alone in there. He has company.
What, where they took him? Or do you mean back in there?
There's something wrong with him. When I looked at his face, I saw shadows.
Oh, you mean Roper Clax? Oh boy. Yeah, no, there's definitely two personalities in there. I mean, I don't think it's like a medical thing, a psychological thing. I think he's just trying to hide his darker impulses of desiring. But speaking of, who is that wandering god who freed him? That Roper pledged eternal servitude to or something? It's weird.
Stupid wizard, he's still trapped. But this time he's trapped inside himself.
Kid, how do you know all these things? And can you come with me? I might need those skills.
I don't think he's alone in there. He has company.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, no, neither
I
did
guess the Azadi aren't fans of creepy puppet shows either.
That's...
I think it had
Sad.
more to do with him being a wizard. Okay, shit. So what now? He was my only lead to the Soul Stone.
Well, we got a lead.
All I have to go on is something about a Yaga and Riverwood.
Riverwood? I know Riverwood. I've been to Riverwood. If it's Riverwood you need, I know how to get to Riverwood.
Excellent!
Really? And the Yaga? The Wicker Witch?
I don't know anything about Yagas, but I do know something about witches in Riverwood. On my last trip there, we had a close encounter with one of them.
Oh?
That witch is toast, of course, but I can probably find my way back to Riverwood.
Let's hope she stayed toast.
It's north. We go north. Wait, which way is up? Yeah, north.
Okay. Okay. That's something, right? Much better than nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
We just need a way to get north that doesn't involve me walking all the way.
Yes.
Or me flying. I'm not flying all that way. I tire easily.
Oh, poor Crow.
Wait. I feel a cunning plan coming on. Follow
You do?
me, Zoe.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah.
It's either a cunning plan or I need the toilet. But I'm pretty sure it's a cunning plan.
Well, if it turns out you need to use a toilet, go find Honor Hilaris. I wanted to look around his cart more. I guess I'm not going to get to.
I still can't believe you pulled off the voice and the whole fake hand thing.
The
Neither
hat
can
looked
I.
great on you.
Totally. Not so sure about the beard, though. My face is itchy.
Why couldn't we see
Speaking of
this?
faces, I can never show mine in Mercuria again. Not after that last bit we did.
Oh, I want to
If
know.
everything goes well, you won't have to.
At least we have a ride. Can I trust this thing?
They're docile cows, the Elguan. Just leave it to me.
I'm not sure
Mush,
if I...
Daisy, mush.
I don't think that
I
worked.
think you're upsetting her.
Yeah.
I'll leave the cowgirling to you. I'll
Thanks.
fly ahead and scout the terrain instead.
Thanks. I
Don't
appreciate
lose
that.
sight of me.
And we lose sight of him. I mean, I know it's got a broad back, but why side saddle?
How much longer will this journey take? Must be nearly a week now.
That is pretty long.
It's been less than 2 days.
Oh.
And I'm beginning to regret bringing you along.
You're stuck in the cargo hold of a cloud ship with your worst enemy. How could you possibly have any regrets?
And people say you have no sense of humor.
All right, well, we can apologize or we can sleep. I think it's going to have to wait until next time. See you then, everyone.